In this video we're going to be looking at all the weapons available to the combat medic, their key points and certifications, and how they compare with each other.
Gauss Rifle. As a starter rifle, this weapon's pretty solid, even with the lack of any decent attachments. The first shot recoil multiplier is low, at only 2. 2 seconds soft reload, and a low cone of fire stats. With hard hitting rounds and a 600 round per minute, you couldn't ask any more from a free starter weapon. GR22. Each round does 25 less damage than the Gauss rifle, but it shoots 25% faster, so there's a definite increase in DPS. The first shot multiplier is 3 times, which is larger than the Gauss, but the GR22 has less recoil, so when all the math is done, there's almost no difference. The GR is designed for close quarters, with the soft point ammo and advanced laser dot setup, which benefits from the increased movement speed while aiming down the sights, and less cone of fire bloom per shot. At 250 sets, this isn't a bad pickup. Reaper DMR, the hardest hitting assault rifle at 200 damage per round, but only 500 rounds a minute and bad recoil stats. The weapon demands you treat it with respect and only use burst fire, and with high velocity ammo, compensator and advanced forward grip, this weapon is designed for ranged combat with only 20 rounds in the magazine. At 1000 certs though, you really have to like picking people off range to use this weapon. Gauss Rifle Burst. This weapon is basically the Gauss rifle but stuck in burst fire mode. Even though this weapon is only 100 certs, I still find myself going, come on, die already, when I'm shooting someone as I'm spamming my mouse button. I wouldn't recommend this weapon, just stick with the starter, and if you want to burst fire, do it, but in the situations you want full auto, you still have it available to you. Gauss Rifle S. It has pretty much the same stats as the other two Gauss rifles. Some are a little high, some are a little low, but they all equal out. The only difference with this weapon is the attachments available to it. With soft point, high velocity ammo, compensator and all the under barrel attachments, this weapon is a jack of all trades.
Some of the under barrel attachments are quite nice. The shotgun, however, can only fire one shot at a time, which does the same damage as a normal shotgun, and you need to reload after each shot. Don't bother getting this as it's completely useless and you might as well use your pistol. The smoke grenades, I really like this for team play as you can reduce the enemy's vision in corridors or anywhere really. The HS NV scopes do see through the smoke, so if your team has them equipped and the enemy doesn't, you can block their vision and you can still see them and they can't see you. Just a bit more tactical advantage you can use there. The HE grenades do less damage than the thrown ones, but if you hit the target in the chest it should kill them, but generally it takes 2 to kill. Any Call of Duty fans will also know that when you fire an underbarrel grenade, it takes a few seconds to arm for a little set distance. It's the same in Planetside too.
Carnage BR. This rifle is another GD22 with different attachments as well. They swapped out the soft point ammo and give you a compensator with the option between advanced laser dot or advanced forward grip. So it's the GD22 with a little extra range available to it.
The NS11A is a common pull weapon, which means it can be used by all factions. So if you're a traitor, this weapon's for you. It's pretty average, but it does have soft point and high velocity ammo with also a compensator. The NS does have a higher aim down the sight movement, but let's be honest, you're still looking down the sight, you're still going to be moving slow as hell, and you're going to
talk about both SMGs right off the bat here. The Blitz GD10 bullets do 25% less damage than the Cyclones, but it does shoot 25% faster, so it's more forgiving for misses. On top of that, it has a larger magazine and ammo pool, to the point of where the Blitz magazine has little over 6,000 damage per mag to the Cyclone's tiny 4,000 per mag. You can equip the extended magazines to the Cyclone, which brings the total damage per mag up to 5,800, but you have to sacrifice the advanced laser dot, which is a crazy trade-off, what I think anyway. Now let's look at the recoil and cone of fire, which is the final nail in the Cyclone's coffin, unless it gets a buff at some point. The Blitz has a smaller recoil and first shot multiplier, The recoil only pulls to the right, whereas the Cyclone has an equal pull left and right, which makes it more unpredictable. And lastly, the Blitz has a less cone of fire bloom per shot than the Cyclone does. Class-wise, on an Infiltrator, these guns also retire the automatic scout rifles from the game, and make the Infiltrator a deadly close combat weapon on the battlefield. For the heavy assaults, you're still going to want your LMGs, as they're more versatile to different encounters. But the SMGs would be a good close combat weapon to replace the shotguns. When you compare to the carbines and assault rifles, the SMGs fit nicely in the middle with them, but because they get used by all classes except the maxes of course, I'm sure a lot of medics, engineers and light assaults are going to be picking these up.
Mauler S6. Good damage at close range. I've seen a video of an engineer using slug ammo doing 6-shot kills at a good medium range, and by medium I'm saying think of the biolab. Platform outside of that attached to it, half the length of that is what I'm thinking of, so a fairly good way. Only 6-shot magazine, but you can extend it to 10. Sweeper. Differences between the Mauler and the Sweeper are: Sweeper takes half a second longer to reload, has a tiny increased cone of fire, and has 8-shot mag with a 40-shot capacity over the Mauler's 6-shot mag with 30-shot capacity. I would rather take the 2 shots at my disposal over the half a second reload any given day. Piston. Everyone loves an auto shotgun, but with only 6 shots, 10 with the extender, you're going to burn through your ammo pretty quick. Hit the hard reload time. It's personal preference, this one. I say it's bad, but each to their own. NC4 Mag-Shot. Straight up, the pistol's crap. But we all have those times where it's quicker to pull out your pistol than it is to reload. Doing 200 damage up close with a 15-shot mag. This is more than enough to save your ass in the hairy situations. Just spray and pray, or just aim for the head if you're that good. Rebel. Although the Rebel does a 50 extra damage per shot than the Mag-Shot, it only has an 8-shot magazine. And the only time you're going to pull this out is in them oh crap situations where you're spraying away that get that kill before he kills you. The lack of ammo is going to hurt you sometimes. Obviously there's people who like big hitting pistols like the Deagle from Counter-Strike. So between the pistols it's down to personal choice here. Hard hitting, low ammo, slightly less harder hitting, but with an abundance of ammo where you can just spray the hell out of it and please pray to God that you're not going to die.
In conclusion, if you like close quarter fights, stick to the Blitz. For the long range shooters you're going to want the Reaper, and for a bit of everything, the Gauss Rifle S is your gun.
Click the annotations on screen now for other classes and factions, and have a good day.